Your dog does not sleep alone. They wait quietly, every night without drama. That waiting is not affection. It is deliberate, a decision before sleep begins. Dogs do not delay sleep emotionally. They wait. Something still feels unresolved inside. If you misread this behavior, you miss the point. Most owners already do. What they are doing is quiet, controlled, and it involves you more than comfort. Most dogs sleep anywhere easily. Yours does not. That is why this difference matters. So they are not seeking comfort yet. Something in their environment feels unfinished. When you arrive, notice how fast they relax. That speed matters. It tells you. Because familiarity hides meaning, this behavior feels normal. Owners overlook it repeatedly nightly. So before calling it clingy, pause first. Understand what dogs do during nights. The first mistake is blaming the bed. Dogs value signals more than objects. The second mistake is blaming darkness. Dogs survive darkness long before artificial lighting. The third mistake is blaming loneliness. Dogs tolerate solitude but hate uncertainty deeply. If loneliness caused this behavior, distraction would work. But it almost never does. That is why toys do nothing. Treats fail too. Reassurance changes nothing here. Something else is missing. Dogs pause sleep when an important loop stays open. That is why they hover. They follow. They pause intentionally nearby at night. Hovering looks needy. True neediness is noisy. This behavior stays controlled and quiet. Quiet behavior usually means monitoring. It is information gathering, not panic at night. Dogs stay awake when something feels unfinished, even without obvious danger present nearby. Once that missing piece appears, sleep happens instantly, like a switch flipping inside. That timing difference is the clue. Most owners overlook it, night after night. Watch the order carefully. Do they sleep only after you settle first down? Do they wait for lights off? Movement stopped. Breathing fully slowed down completely. Some dogs watch your chest. Others listen nearby, tracking rhythmic breathing patterns closely. Some wake when you move, then relax again. Once movement stops completely, quietly. That is not cuddling. That is tracking. During vulnerable nighttime hours every night. Patterns tell dogs something important. Whether the environment feels stable enough for sleep.
Without stability, rest changes. Sleep becomes shallow or repeatedly interrupted throughout the night.
This is not stress behavior. It is delayed shutdown, waiting to settle properly. Shutdown requires confirmation. Confirmation sometimes needs proximity, especially during sleep transitions at night. That is why some dogs choose doorways, corners, or positions behind you at night. Those positions are not random. They maximize awareness and fast reaction options nearby. If your dog does this with one person only, that detail matters greatly. That detail separates monitoring behavior from simple emotional attachment. They are different patterns. Ask yourself, who feels most predictable at night? Especially recently in your home. Calmest, quietest, least reactive. Dogs prefer boring stability over excitement at night always. Sleep begins when predictability crosses a threshold. Quietly, internally, without conscious awareness first. Here is the part most people miss. Responsibility quietly shifts during nighttime routines. Your dog may not need safety. They may be stabilizing you instead at night. An anchor stabilizes systems, especially in low visibility, like sleep itself at night. Your breathing provides timing information. Dogs synchronize with it, unconsciously, without effort, naturally. Heartbeat consistency signals changes. It tells dogs whether escalation is happening nearby now. Your scent confirms stability. It tells them nothing internal has changed unexpectedly overnight. Without those cues, some dogs stay alert, not anxious, just active at night. Alert means unfinished responsibility, not fear. Not panic responses remain active inside them. Some dogs assign themselves roles quietly, within shared living spaces over time together. Some roles are silent. Yours may have been chosen by them at night. If they cannot verify you are okay, they will not disengage from duty. Sleep begins only after that role feels complete, not before to them at night. That is why forcing independence backfires. Nighttime vigilance increases instead quietly for sensitive dogs. You remove their job. Confusion appears, especially at night for them without warning signs. Understanding the role changes everything. Your response shifts. Their behavior follows naturally after that. You stop seeing refusal. You start seeing communication instead, clearly, with purpose now there. This does not mean something is wrong. Not with your dog right now, ever. It usually means something changed recently, even if you dismissed it at first quietly. Travel, arguments, illness, schedule shifts happen. Dogs notice changes quickly before humans do anything. And dogs detect pattern breaks early, long before humans connect dots together consciously, later fully. They respond quietly. Quiet monitoring feels safer than confrontation at night for everyone involved. So do not punish, bribe, or force separation during nighttime routines with your dog. Be boring at bedtime. Same routine, same signals, same calm presence nightly, always. Consistency restores regulation faster than training ever will over time for dogs. Look for repetition, not single strange nights when judging behavior patterns over time. 3 nights is data. 10 nights becomes a repeated message worth noticing carefully. Now the loop begins again. Tonight, notice whether your dog waits quietly nearby. Will you notice patterns? Or dismiss them again as harmless habits tonight instead? Tonight, watch carefully. Notice when sleep actually starts for them nearby each night. Notice what had to happen first for them to settle completely before sleeping. If they wait for you, that means something real about trust tonight, always. Not dependence, not weakness. Trust in your stability at night matters most here. Once you see it, confusion fades and your dog finally makes sense clearly.